Well, I know no one's in here yet, but I know from the past that you guys are going to see this in the future when it gets posted. So welcome in to my live Q&A. Might sound like I'm talking to myself at the moment, but in time you'll be watching this, so I'm not. Oh, Mumsy's first on board. Let's go. You know what I just realised? I realised that I didn't post a video to say that I was going live. How you going, everyone? I'm just going to, let's just move that so then I can see properly. If I put that there. How's all going? Gunhead, Mumsy, Simon, Mercurial, Freeman, Dino, TJ, what are you doing, brother? Gunhead again, Bouncer, and Mark Patterson. What are you doing, bloody Mark Patterson? So, guys, Mark Patterson has actually been following me since TikTok days, since the very, very start. Been a follower of mine for a very long time, that guy. Absolute legend. Nah, bugger all, Dino, mate. Just here going live with you guys. I better turn my phone off because otherwise we'll get friggin' bombarded with whatnot. Trent, how you going? Lynn, the Cone Ripper, Sammy DDs or Double Ds. Matthew McTeague. I'll tell you what, my spelling is getting bloody on point. Wait, I don't even know if I said that right. I just assumed that I did. What are you doing, X-Val? I think I said Trent. How you going, mate? JB, how you going, mate? Yeah, of course, everyone gets a mattress. Yeah, I think that's because they were probably laying Carl out on that mattress, I believe. That's all. X Val. What's everyone doing on this Wednesday evening? All right, hang on. I keep saying I'm going to take that down, but then I don't. Wait, I don't even know how to do that. There we go. Boof. So just so you know, Evie, how you going? Trevor, what's the next video in the works? So guys, let me just say that I've got so many good things on the go. So I'm filming my next interview tomorrow. And then I actually got such a good question today in the videos that I posted after saying that I was going to be doing answering questions with a video again. I got such a good question that was such a hard home hitting question. And yeah, so I think I'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll get back into the underbelly stuff. On your banter. I don't know. I don't know. I believe that. Anonymous browser, what are you doing, guys? absolutely. That guy, Anonymous Browser, is the best manager on the planet. Love that guy. Those of you that didn't know, AB's my manager. Oh, you love the street videos? Yeah, we're gonna tap back into them. I'm heading back to Melbourne shortly. Thank you, Roy. Yeah, let's see. I reckon Nikita will win tonight. I think very talented them two to them two Zoo boys. Give us a hint to this question. So basically, the crux of the question was basically you know what led me to it's got to do with my offending and where I'm at now, and it's a question that I haven't been asked before. So I nearly said it, but I didn't. Wait, what happened, Simon? I missed. What did I miss? Oh no. Wait. Oh no, bro. Positive vibes you always, Simo. Happy days. How you going? Big Tex. What are you doing? What are you doing, Big Tex? The Texan. The Texan is in the house. Happy days. All right. So now's a better time than any. Let's get some question and answers crack-a-lackin'. I love that song, Angus. I love you, Susie Q. Oh, yeah, well done on the mayor, Texan. William Roberts, hey, bro, hope you're well. Have you ever been to Beechworth or Darrengrove? Yes, I have. So actually, my very first sentence, I was at Beechworth. I was actually one of the first 150 prisoners to go to Beechworth. And yeah, that was my only ever open camp. And yeah, I prefer maximum security if I'm totally honest. Has anyone ever gone through the sentence in prison without getting notice until they get released? The day they get released, has everyone think, who the hell are you? Yeah, that happens a lot. But like to say, this is the truth, right? So if you're in my unit, so say for instance, we're all in a unit together, yeah? And say I know every single one of yous except for, let's just say Mama Biff, right? Because that's my mum. But let's just say, Mama Biff comes into the unit. I don't know Mama Biff, right? Just because of how I operate inside the prison walls, I make it my, I don't even know what the word is. I'm losing the word. But anyway, I take it upon myself to go and introduce myself to that person. So you can't even be in the same yard as me, and most people actually, without getting noticed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come. This is what the truth is, right? Because I've said this before. Aussies are the minorities in prisons these days. Thank you, Dino. You're absolutely flipping legend. You know, and so every Aussie that came into my yard that I was in or my unit that I was in, and I always see that I get the unit induction billet job, so I know who's coming in before they even know they're coming in. But anyway, I always take it upon myself to go up and see the Aussies because we are the minority in the prison system now, and just to go and let them know that you're not on your own. I'm here to help, and also give me your paperwork. Philip, what are you doing, brother? Flamin' Eamon says, I just hit 40 years old. What the fuck? Well, bro, you know what? Age is just a number, brother. And if you're gonna let 40-year-old age get you down at this age, bro, that's my advice, bro. Like, you got plenty of life to live, brother. Aussie Wolfhound, you flipping legend. Hey, Philip, Cassiano. Oh, I reckon I just got it right. Give me a thumbs up if I got that right. I know a couple of that seems Greek to me. And if that is Greek, Yasure. Thank you, Johnny, for the bloody 10 Johnny Morgan with the $10 bloody super duper chat. Biff is coming to Cap Carter. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I'm going to the Cap Carter concert. Let's go. I love that guy. Baby, don't wait up for me, 'cause I can do this anymore. Love that song. Any advice on how to get young man of 25 years old who's currently in case rated away from juice, sometimes ice? He tried to stay away from old friends, but he lasted out of jail near 3 months. Yeah, look, and this is going to be a hard-hitting truth, but the best place and the safest place for that person you're referencing right there is prison, especially when you're messing with ice and those other ones that you mentioned. Yeah. There will be a time when that these people do come around, and for me, it was like almost ticking over my 14th year, and I said, "Fuck that." I have done enough. And for what? Prove myself to what? These fucking Muppets in here that wouldn't even do on a fucking, the majority of them wouldn't do for them what I did for them, wouldn't do for me what I'd do for them. I wasted so much of my fucking life in prison thinking it was cool and gangster. And Simon, what's up, bro? Yeah, you do. This is the truth, right? You've got to cut every single person off in your friend group that is going to offer you or tell you that you're weak as piss for doing that, rah, rah, rah. Fuck them off. They are no good to you. And especially if you've got family, what kind of friends are they anyway, trying to tell you to get on drugs when you are trying to get off them? It's just bullshit. Not real friends will do that. Real friends will lift you up when you are down, not push you down further. True fact. Evie, what are you doing? Yeah, look, and it was hard for me to cut off so many people that I thought I owed loyalties to. And for what? For what did I owe these people's loyalty at the end of the day? Do you know what I mean? Not one, when I done my 9-year sentence, not one friend come and visit me. I lie. My female friend, God bless her cotton socks. My only friend that come and visited me, my 9-year sentence. And had it not been for that one visit and my mum, I wouldn't have got any visits at all. All these people that claim this loyalty and, bro, I'll fucking die for you and all this shit, bro, it's a load of shit. And when the shit hits the fan and it comes to, oh, who am I going to dob in first? You can guarantee if you're the one who's getting in trouble the most, you're the one who's getting pointed out. You know what I mean? And yeah, and then they don't come and see you when you're in jail. Or what about this? Or your mum's sick, yeah? Your mum's sick and your mum needs help to move house, right? So I get my mum to post a message on Facebook to all my so-called friends saying, can you please help my mum? She's about to move house. To all my friends that live in Cranbourne and all of yous that are watching, and I know a few of yous watch, that's fucking yous. Yous didn't go and help my fucking mum. The one person who I doubted that would help my mum was the only person who went and helped my mum. And all you other pieces of shit who claim to be my friend and this loyalty and, oh, bro, I would die for you because you done this for me. And, bro, I would do this for you because you done this for me. Dicks, bro. Dicks. True story. Happy days. Thank you very much for the $5 super duper duper. But that's the truth of it, guys. And this is the thing that is getting glorified for our teenagers, right? So I have teenage children, so I know. My youngest teenage child lives with me, so I know. And like the main reason why I turned my life around was because of the bad influence I was setting on my children, you know? And like I just know what these kids, they listen to this friggin' rap music that says stabby stabby, oh, run through a house, fucking kidnap. Do you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, they're listening to that music for 12 months and then they think that's what they have to do to get. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. My brother has been locked up, says TJ. Wait, whoa, too fast. My brother has been locked up and all his mates are vultures. Try to tap. Bro, true fact, TJ, every single time I've got locked up, all right, put it. Last time I got locked up, I had an R8 club sport that at the time was only a few years old. We're still like reselling somewhere between 40 and $60,000 depending on which club sport you had. But I had an R8, 6.2 liter, 6 speed, blah 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 blah. I had that gone. See you later. Every single belonging that I owned, like just everything. People just take advantage. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, bro. That rap music is a bad influence on our children, unfortunately. Yeah, look, Angus, 100%. And like, you know, everything that I tried to, doesn't matter what you try and shield from your children if you're in a life that I was in anyway, because it doesn't matter. Papers are going to print bullshit about you, and people are going to talk shit about you. And yeah, the life just doesn't evaluate to nothing. How much have I spent on lawyers? Oh, let's not even get into it. So it got to a point where my lawyer at the moment, who's one of the best lawyers in Melbourne, and let's just say that I did have one court case that has still been going on for 18 months, and I just had the charges dropped on Monday. So no more nothing for me. Dush, dush, dush. I'm a free man. So yeah. But anyway, I have spent, and anyway, I represented myself on that day. See you, TJ. Sorry, brother, I didn't see it, mate. Yeah, bro. All good, brother. Yeah, Luke, you're right. You're right, mate. 100%. Yeah, look, I don't even know, but let me just tell you this. Let me just say this, right? So for a average bail application from a magistrate's court only, it gets more when you go up in court. So my lawyers would charge anywhere between $4,000 and $8,000 for a bail application. That's 20 minutes in court, yeah. Right now, factor them in when you are on a 2 month every day of the weekday trial for 2 months for 8 hours a day. It's a big money, and I've used big lawyers that I don't mind saying the name of before. I don't use them anymore for personal reasons, but I used to use Bernie Barmer, and he was one of the best criminal lawyers in Melbourne. He was a very big underworld lawyer, and them guys charge big money. Tex says I had to come out and restart my life all over again. I own everything and I got and proud of it. Yeah, 100%. Props to you, Tex, mate. I know, brother. You should be proud, bro. Yeah, it's expensive. And the thing is, right? So when you're at a certain criminal element, they know that they can charge you whatever you want and you're going to pay it. But at the end of the day, the truth is it doesn't even matter. I was always that much of a serious violent offender that I never ever got out anyway. So all that money, I should have just got, well, I shouldn't say that, right? So my last lawyers, they done well. They were asking for 14 years. I got 9. So yeah, I should be pretty happy with that. Even though I was led to believe that I was going to walk on that day, or I still was happy that I got 9 instead of 14. Yeah, so like, I've made it, a well-known fact that me and Frank Waghorn were good friends, and so I was in a bit of a pickle one day, and Frank introduced me to blah, 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 Bernie Barmer, and yeah, and asked him if he could represent me, and yeah, and that's how that relationship began. So he is still popular, but I know this, right? So he got to a point where he couldn't excel anymore in his lawyeristic ways because they wanted him to become a judge. So I'm pretty sure he's retired now, and his daughter Anna runs the firm. Yeah. Whoa. Buy my first FPV drone tomorrow. I'm stoked at AF. Better hobby than some. Yeah, so Gunhead is a drone pilot too. Fucking oath. FARKEN oath. Oh yeah, good idea. Hey, Simon, can you chuck that comment that you just chucked up there on the last video that I dropped, and I'll do that for you, bro. Yeah, so I've had Anna represent me. She's a pretty good lawyer too. She's also pretty attractive too. I say that respectfully. She's a cool person. Yeah. But I will say this, right? If I wasn't on a live, I would be giving a much more detailed answer to that. And, you know, I probably don't agree with what I just said I think about them, to be honest. I had a drunk of a barrister that died from alcohol abuse. Oh, I had a drunk of a barrister, Philip, that ended up becoming the magistrate, and then tried to. He was a hanging judge, mate. He wanted to hang me, and then I got him. I got him on conflict of interest. I said, mate, you used to be my lawyer. You can't possibly be my judge and be like, not have an opinion because you know more about me than another judge. And he hated it. I got up and won that. Flamin' Eamon says a QC told me if you want justice, don't look for it in the legal system. Yeah, bro. Look, bro, you're preaching to the choir here. Believe me. Believe me. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? One sec. Yeah, my dog's a beast. He snores louder than a human. Is the general still in a red uniform? Yes, mate. He'll be in a red uniform for a fair bit, I would imagine. 15 years already. Hey, thank you, Dipset. Much appreciated. I had to pay a barrister to get some driving charges dropped. Yeah, it's ridiculous how they can. Yeah. What beast am I running? I've got an American Bully XL that just went on 80 kilos. Do I miss prison? I mean, some things, yeah, I would be honest. I think that's the institutionalization coming out of me. What's my favorite Cap Carter song? Guns. All right, Philip, brother. Bluetooth it, mate. Bluetooth it. Boof. Can the general ever get back into a green uniform? I mean, I imagine somewhere down the track he will, but like, unlike other people, he's got previous things that would take it a long time for him to get back into a green uniform. So, the thing is, right? So, the more you go to the slot, the longer you spend in there each time. Night Tex, night brother, Bluetooth it, boof. Has Arthur Freeman been effed up in prison? Yeah, so I did hear so when we were in the slot once and we did hear so the slot at Port Phillip has it's like a phone box, right? But it's got bars on it. And so they had these perspex on it for years, but then the perspex got taken off. I don't know why. But yeah, one day we were in the slot and then we heard someone because they're in protection, right? And so we heard someone getting like taken out and the screw said that it was that Arthur Freeman. So the dude that was cleaning the slot had snapped the broom handle and made it into a meter long shank and was getting him through the bars after they took the perspex off. Hey, XS, what are you doing? Chilling with the guitar? If any inmate happens to be severely autistic, will this inmate have special needs or will this be rejected since Nah, so the truth is, right, so they have what are called IDS units, right? So that stands for intellectually disabled somebody, right? And so these units are for them people that have like, some kind of disability, any type of disability really, and that might see them in danger in a normal unit, they get sent to those units. And so it's not protection. Those units are generally in the yard with, say, at MRC, Chilwell is that unit, and that unit is in the same yard with, well, Cambridge, um, Cambridge, and the Colders. So they're still in there with a good 300-400 people. Great show, Biff. Thank you, Three Nuts. Are you allowed to talk on how you got out of the? Yeah. Look, I mean, I suppose that'll be something that I will touch on at a time. But yeah, just not at the moment. I'm sure you can appreciate it, but yeah, when I do put that information out there, you know what I mean. I just want it to be right for everyone. Hey, thank you, Dino. You should advise the government how well will machete bins work, Biff. Yeah, look, I don't think they're going to work. The truth is, what is that going to stop? The truth is, if every one of those people are holding one of those things, they obviously believe that they need it. So they're not going to do it. Thank you, Drunkle. Thank you. Mr. Jim Webster, no, I used to work with kids like that, and most of them aren't disabled enough to go to protection or even get treatment. Kids don't want to admit they have problems, so they get chucked in the machine. Yeah, that's true. But the truth is, right? So if you are like a child that is on the spectrum, or you have certain disabilities that are known as a child, this is information that the prison is going to find out. You sign a form when you go into prison that all they're allowed to release all your medical history. So going pretty well, thanks, Mike. Yourself? Hey, Dino, watch this space. That's all I've got to say. Between myself and AB, the super manager, phew, we're just we're just, and that's why, like, we're just constantly just doing bigger and better things, and you know just so it's not the same kind of content for you guys all the time. I just don't want to be, I just want to be relevant for you guys, and I just don't want to be like forgotten in the YouTube realm. Like, if without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So, like, yeah. Was he Angus? Well, that's good, Mike. Do you have any advice for the screw in North Queensland? For a screw in. Are you about to start? Are you about to start as a new screw? Yeah, we're not playing a game, mate. Yeah, so I've seen a fair few people in wheelchairs, like I've seen a couple of people on mobility scooters. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Whatever needs you have like that, they've got to cater to it. When I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, so it took them like after my diagnosis like 9 months to put me on medication, and then all the stress of all that bullshit, like it just sent me into like a relapse period of my MS is called relapsing remitting MS. So um, I go into like relapse periods where I go down, whatever. But anyway, I lost the use of my left leg, and they gave me a walking stick, much to my surprise, which was crazy. And I swear, the only thing other than a walking stick that got used for was as a mini golf club with a table tennis ball. Hours of fun with that. Not joking. Andrew says you're doing a good job on the subject. Taught me a good thing. Oh, good on you, brother. I'm glad. Oh no, I wasn't like saying it to you, Angus, brother. Upside nay, how you going? Biff, do you have any thoughts on about psychologists or social workers in prison? Like, look, um, like you don't really get to see them, right? But I will say that when you do get to see them, that of recent years, like when my last few sentences, they were really like picking up the slack, and weren't just trying to drug every prisoner out on Largactil or Depo-Provera or you know. So Mercurial, it's not too bad. I start new medication shortly, so yeah, I'm very looking forward to that. None your business says, love your work, brother. I've spent as much of my life in prison as I have out, and now I ain't missed it one bit. Have wife, kids, full time job, no suit and tie, pays 41 an hour. Awesome, brother. That's good to hear, mate. Well done. Good work. I'm a 50-year-old St Kilda boy, Drunkle says, living in Queensland. I knew of you in Melbourne. Oh, really? I owned a tattoo shop in Cranbourne. Oh, yeah. and part owner of the studio in Johnson Street, Collingwood. Did charity work with Chop back in the day. Love your message. Sending back. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. That's crazy. That's crazy that you knew about me from back then. But I mean, yeah, I guess so. Do I remember? Do I remember a screw called Scott at Port Phillip? So if you are talking about Scott, that's like fairly tall gentleman, he's got dark hair. I know who you're talking about. Oh yeah, Modicate. Yep. That's one too. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Mercurial. Thank you. Yeah, Angus, I'm on the same meds, brother. Prescribed, obviously. Bald guy. Whoa. Wait. Whoa, what's his last name? Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Has he got a goatee? I can't think of his last name. I was going to give you the first initial. Oh, look, I'm pretty sure I know the one you're talking about. What do you think about channels like Grid Sparta and that? I mean, yeah. Look, I mean, they keep the world update on what's going on in today's criminal world. So, like, I've got to respect everyone's YouTube hustle. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like yeah, I kind of, I just, yeah, each to their own. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know the person you're talking about. And yeah, not a bad bloke, actually. No worries. Dev, Dad, and Dom. No worries. I think, too many people put so much bullshit out there about him. And so, yeah. Nah, look, Peter Dupas would be in a prison unit full of people like Peter Dupas, and they would never, ever, ever associate with mainstream people or like, yeah. Yeah, I did. I actually replied to that, Matthew McTeague. I replied to that. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain I replied to that. Who's the most evil guy I ever met? Oh, look, someone that I won't name, but like another person that, like, and this is not even someone from prison. This is someone outside of prison, and yeah, just an evil person from that world, and yeah, I don't know, just like he's one of those people that, like, when you're around him, you've got to be on your, like, it's just, yeah. I haven't none your business. I would like to do that, actually. What happened to that George Gargasoulis? So I'm pretty sure he's buried in the slot somewhere. I don't think he's in protection. I don't know. But like I think last I heard he was in like the slot somewhere, which he probably will be for a long time. Paul Haig. What about Paul Haig? Oh yeah, nah. Look, oi, that dude is definitely one of the most craziest people I ever met in my life. Um, I did, I did. Oh yeah, yeah. I know who it was. Yeah. Shush. Yeah. So Paul Haig is evil. That guy is as evil as they get. Like, not the most evil guy I've ever met, but he's up there. He's definitely up there. No, 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 no. So ethics. I don't do videos on like my own videos. You know what I mean? And I won't even do a reaction on that just because, like, yeah, it's just like I knew them people, and it's just yeah, I just don't do that. They've got their own story to tell at their own time, and yeah, I just don't do that. And although yeah, I've done like reaction videos on like I done Mick Gatto and that, but that's someone else's video and stuff like that. And then I done one on, one of the POW members and whatnot. But yeah, yeah, I just don't do it. I did. I did a lot of time with them in that exact same unit. I was actually in there for that whole time they were in there. Yep, that guy's evil too. Biff, what is your advice currently active screw in North Queensland who has rehabilitation punishment mindset? Yeah, just be yourself, mate, and don't no matter, right? Because these crooks are having bad days every day, right? They're in prison. So like they're gonna be like mouthy this and that, but at the end of the day, they don't mean nothing for it. It's all empty bullshit. If you treat them, if you treat them like, obviously, if someone's disrespecting you constantly and that, you're not going to show them any kind of respect. I think that's just what you do as a man. But like, don't try and assert your dominance because you are a screw, this and that, And obviously, by what you just said, you wouldn't do that. But trust me, I have seen people that have your very own mindset, and it doesn't take long for that to change when they get just pressed every single day. So just stay yourself and be yourself. Dev says Sean Atwood would be amazing. Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be mad actually. Go spam his chats and say interview Biff. Actually, no, let's get him on my page for an interview. Sean Price, yeah. Look, I think it's pretty much almost all. It's almost there, Stephen. To be honest, is it true they sent a robot into Bunnings when they arrested? Um, yeah, I can't confirm nor deny. Yeah, that's the go, isn't it? I'll tell you what though, they are both like bottles of fine red wine. They just get better with age for some reason. Either that or it's that, I don't know what it is. Fountain View. I don't know. But if you ask me now, Kylie Minogue 5 years ago was hotter than she was when she was on Neighbours. I'm just saying that. No offense, Kylie Minogue. Not that you'll ever watch this, but I'm just saying. Wait, I didn't even know. I didn't even know about Beaver. Wait, what? What? Yeah, well, yeah, I did know Beaver. What happened? Yeah, mad, mercurial. Love it. Spam it. Nice, Mr. Jim Webster. Yeah, they generally are, aren't they, Cyborg? Oh, yeah, nice. Thank you, the legend. What did I miss? Xval says, Biff, did you do time with the guy that dropped his kids off the Westgate Bridge? No. No. So, no. When someone said, do I know any stories of him getting hurt? So I told the only story that I knew, which was when we were in the slot one day and someone broke the billet, the floor billet, broke the broom end off, and made a point out of it. And when they took the perspex off the phone box in the slot, yeah, we were all in there, and you could hear screaming in that, and the screws told us it was the billet getting that Arthur Freeman dude. Thank you, Nick Verano. Much respect. I mean, I have, not to drop names or nothing, but yes, Nick, I have. Yeah, I mean, that's horrible. That dude needs never to get out of prison. Well, bro, I'll tell you something. Ethnic mess. So I'll tell you one thing that I know, right? So when when you go, every single Victorian prisoner has to go through the map, right? So you have to get classified, you have to go through the induction process, and in that they will tell you that somewhere between 85% and 95% of the prison population have some kind of bloodborne virus, like hepatitis, HIV, all them fucking ones. Crazy Dave, what's going on, mate? Is Bube hard to get off? I used to think so. And then look, someone told me about this Sublocade stuff, that it's an implant that like gradually releases itself over a month, and then yeah, someone said there was no withdrawals coming off it, and I didn't believe it, and that was 100% true. I'd be interested in you doing a clip on how much IMCG clubs seem different to Oh, look, I don't even think I need to do a video on that. I just think like, yeah, it's just a lot different. Oh yeah, mad. Thank you. Yo, Biff, what gets you? Whoa. What gets you more respect inside a really long Louis or the type of shit you did? I mean, like, respect isn't going to be earned because of your charges ever. Like, no one's ever going to give you charges. Like, say, for instance, if you've taken someone's life, no one's going to do that. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I mean, yeah. So I did it, and like that's what got me off that bullshit. No, mate. Fab. No, he's like, yeah, no. That dude is a fucking serial sicko and is in with them creatures. I have heard that, Mr. Jim Webster. I actually heard that they were giving it to people for meth now too. Did I ever come across Julian Knight in prison? I did many a time. So my whole last sentence was I spent 7.5 years out of my 9 years at Port Phillip prison, and that whole time he was there. He was in Wax in Waxaby, and yeah, I mean you never see him, but when you see him, he's up the gym and he's training like a machine. Like the dude does half an hour rounds on the bag, and yeah, he's a piece of shit for what he did, but yeah, I mean he's in the mainstream. He's been in the mainstream since the 70s, so or 80s, whenever it happened. Yeah, good luck, man. I reckon I have heard it works. I don't know. I can't like, yeah. Thank you, three dots. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Like, no one would have ever seen that guy. That guy would have been that buried because he's a serial S pest. You know what I mean? You just don't like, like I said, there is times when they're put precariously in places like medical at Port Phillip where everyone goes to medical at the same place. And but other than that, you know what I mean? He's a very, very he's in protection from protection from protection. Chilling with Tar, catch a mate. Um, I mean, when I was in Scarb South, and anyone that was in Scarb South from anywhere from like 2008 till 2000 and fucking 18, 19, the the 3 out cell down the 3 out cell up the top, someone had started taking all the mortar out of all the bricks, and like literally one whole corner of that was all taken out, and someone had filled it in with toilet paper, and then yeah, they got onto it. Yeah, 100%. If you get caught PTing, that was actually a lucky way out of it, because PTing is stealing. If you get caught stealing off your fellow prisoners, they are going to make you like, yeah. Look, I couldn't tell you. Don't know the person. Been in the same prison, but yeah, never even had a conversation with the person. Oh, look, there's so many. There's so many in prison. But yeah, like I would have to say that, like, probably, yeah, I don't know. It's just hard because I don't want to, say people's names and stuff because they're still alive. G'day again. What's the best style shank you ever seen made and what from? So I'll tell you, one of the best ones I ever seen was made from the plastic thing what they have on the phone for new prisoners. So it explains you on how to type in your CRN and blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Gunhead. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. So it was from this really thick perspex that I guess they just figured that no one would be able to break. And yeah, so not only could you take that with you everywhere, you could take that with you through the metal detectors. And so that's why it was the best. It was like stealth mode shank sandwiches. A shank? Well, just imagine this, but sharpened steel or plastic perspex, stabby, stabby. Yeah, they call them shank, shiv, same thing. Shank sangers, that's it. Was late to the live. Not sure if you answered this, but who was the funniest bloke you met inside and was some of the stuff that he did? So I met this guy that got deported, right? He got deported back to Scotland. It was funny. He'd been here since he was like 3 months old. And yeah, it just sucks that they can. And he was like 40 when they deported him. But this dude was like always doing crazy shit. And so I remember one day, it was when I was in Matilda East. And so we were getting something chucked over from Scarb South to our yard in Matilda East. And so there's a big no man's land there. And so it actually hit the top of the fence and bounced back into no man's land. And Bryza, yeah, he jumped in there and done it. He jumped in there. Like I was like, bro, if they see you, they're gonna shoot you, bro. And like even though they don't have watchtowers with guns in them, but the screws have guns, not walking around all the time. But if you try and escape, they're allowed to shoot you. And yeah, I couldn't believe he actually got in there, picked it up, chucked it back over, and made it back over the fence. Got his hoodie hooked on the barbed wire on the way back over his hoodie, his jumper, and was literally hanging there for a few seconds and still got away with it, and then just took off back into the unit. And then about like 15 seconds later, like heaps of security come running down, but he never got pinched for it. Oh yeah, Fire Loader says I used to know a bloke who would make knuckle dusters out of breadboard. It's a yeah, good idea. What's the best weapon I ever seen? Like a full um Raphael's types sai. So like each one of those things would have been longer than that. And so all it was three big like Shanks size bits of steel, welded to at Barwon. They've got a workshop, right? Welded to a piece of round bit of rebar and made into a sigh. So like 3 spikes on it. I've seen axes, everything. Not like a proper tomahawk like Chopper says, but like one made in the workshop. Put it this way, it took them a very, very long time to work out one of the flaws at Barwon. Nah, Uncle Acker, I don't, mate. If you could go to space, who would I take? It depends how many I was allowed to take. Probably my mum or one of my kids. What happened to the bicycle seats after the incident? So every single exercise bike in every single prison in Victoria was then, if they weren't taken out completely, they were then, so they had chains welded from where the exercise bike seat goes into the gooseneck thing, and they were welded to the frame, so you couldn't actually take it off there. What's Euroa like? I've never lived in Euroa. I've been there a fair few, like heaps of times, but yeah, it's a pretty cool little town. The pen is mightier than the sword. Well, I mean, it is in the police station to some people, that's for sure. Do they have proper boxing matches? So not really anymore. So like, if you watch my last live, we spoke about a screw called Paul O'Sullivan, and so like he's right into the boxing on the outside, and so like he tries to get as many crooks as he can involved into boxing while they're in prison, you know. But yeah, they don't really. So you can go up to the gym at Port Phillip and have a spar, like you can spar your mates and stuff like that. You can't do it in the unit anymore. But yeah, they stopped it at the map. They used to have a boxing ring at the map. Like if you have a look, oh no, I had to take that video down actually. So if you Google the map, Melbourne Assessment Prison, and then just press on images in Google, you will see. So up the end of both ends of the map yard, they've got like a watchtower, and they've got one right up in the middle actually as well, but not in the middle of the yard, but off to the side. So 2 up the middle and then 1 off to the side. And um Ned Kelly country is Euroa. Would you bite the apple? Um, I'm not sure I know what that means, bro. Is Keith Four still alive? Nah, he's dead. I said that with yeah, he's very dead. He died in his house about 3 weeks ago. And I say in his house, yes, that piece of shit was out of prison for snitching on everyone. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't even. Yeah. Nah, never had. Never. That's a double no, upside no. So obviously, no pens used in that situation. That's why I said some people would say the pen is mightier than the sword in the police station. Well, you know, I don't really speak ill of the dead, but you know, that guy was a piece of shit. Is what it is. I'll say it how it is if no one else will. I'm talking about Keith 4, by the way. Who died 3 weeks ago. Free from jail because he snitched on the whole Melbourne underworld. So if you guys don't know who that is, that's the guy they based the Keefy George character on in Chopper. Oh, I had me my cursor was on there, so I bloody yeah. Craig's Catfish, how you going, legend? How do I pray? I don't. Jesus. Who's a low putrid skunk? Oh yeah, that guy. Keefe. Glenn Reed, bloody hell, thank you, you bloody legend. Yeah, they both were in protection from that whole saga. So as you know, they weren't always in protection, you know. I've done prison with Les 2003, I think. Beechworth. Um Ah, it's so weird because when you Google Key 4 is listed as life with no parole. I know. Yep. There's some of my good friends doing 30 years plus right now because of that man. Robbo, no cash. Oh, someone bet me. Night Benjamin Davis. Yeah, I never done time with Keith, but yeah, done time with Les. Hughes is a yozza in the UK. What's that mean? What's a yozza? Yeah, there's a suppression order still right now. An 80-year suppression order. Robbo did have cash. Chopper did find it, brother. Which one? Maybe Andy. I can't believe they Oh no. Any relation to Dave Hughes? What is in the comedian? Do I think some people being? I don't know, but you're asking saying very random things, brother. I don't even know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. Thank you, mate. Angus. Thank you, Ben Newton Vlogs. I'm just gonna ignore your questions, mate. You know who you're talking about. Well, so does the chat, apparently. Oh yeah. Who is the oldest prisoner in Victoria? Probably Paul Haig. He'd be close. Yeah, that's it. 143 viewers, 63 likes, guys. If you guys are enjoying my content, enjoying the chat, wherever the like button is on your screen, the thumbs up button, I mean, smash that. I don't know, bro. I think some people ask silly questions because, like, I don't know, incest is a real thing and causes real long lasting damage. It's just best to ignore it, Thank you, Sublime. Love that band. Yeah, I don't know about don't know. I don't know about the unmarked grave in Benalla. Apparently, he's buried at Pentridge. He was hung at Old Melbourne Jail. Like, the story's all over the shop. They don't know. The truth is, they don't know where Ned Kelly's remains are. Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, I don't. I don't speak fluent Chardonnaise, and I'm not talking about a drink. But seriously though, if that is the case with your parents, it's not your fault, mate. Just know that, okay? And everyone's welcome here. Tomorrow will be a different day, but they'll still be your parents, though. Just saying. What's your thoughts on Martin Bryant? Do you think he was? No, I don't think that. No. Is it true they made? Nah. So it wasn't Ned Kelly's ball sack they made into a a coin purse. It was Mad Dog Morgan. Mad Dog Morgan. I am. I am enjoying life. Life's pretty good at the moment. Yeah, look, if you ask me, I think more evidence points that that's a case that probably should be reopened. But that's a true story. They actually caught him, hung him, and then turned his scrotum into a tobacco pouch. No worries, Dev. Thank you. No, I don't think he was alive. Have I ever seen any snakes in vanilla? You mean the ones with 2 legs or the ones with no legs? I mean, because I'm at about a 50-50 split with both. Yes, you can, JF from mate. Shoot, I will answer it. I'm sorry, bud. Whoa. What would I name my biography? You promised me the world and you gave me a fucking atlas. It's probably what I'd call it. Or they, thems. I don't know. It'd be a toss up between the two. Yeah, it can. They just can't say anything about them offences regarding suppression orders. I can say his name 10 times over if I like. You just can't talk about anything like that. Good night, Mumsy. Night, Mama Moos. Best mum in the world, that one. Little Capo, how you going, mate? Thank you, butter. Hey, AB, please, mate. Please. Jay Ephraim says, every time I go to read, I was wondering if you remember Big Rocky and Janine from the early 2000s, 215 area, bro. They're dead now. Nah, I'm not sure. I seen you said from the St Kilda area. Nah. Yeah, I do barrack for AFL. Can't the Blues. Correct, Mikhail. That is correct. Within the jurisdiction of the order. That is correct. Because the truth is, there's probably a million K4s, 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 K4s. Just because I said I would say it 10 times, I said it 11. Oi, AB. It's all right. I'm doing this. That's enough out of you, Gaz. G'day, Biff. Loving the show from Shepway. Oh, thank you, Robbo. Thank you, mate. Up my neck of the woods. My other granddad got caught by the Japs. That's no good, brother. All good, bro. All good, bro. I sorted it. Gaz Nelson's in the sin bin. Yeah, he definitely did, Andy Rose. Wasp Files is good. What's that about, that one? No worries, Jay Ephraim. You're in Albury today? Oh, yeah. It's all right. They're gone, mate. They're gone. They're not even really writing. They're not even really saying. Just asking silly questions that, make me question if incest is a game the whole family can play, just like Monopoly. I don't know. Yeah, look, if I'm Brad, I have to agree with you there, mate. Off to the sick bay. Oh, whinge, fucking whinge. Look who's fucking leaving. Yeah, nice, McGill. I know, bro. Oi, he's got like generations of Carlton players in his family that would be turning in their grave. But the truth is, his dad hates Carlton. No worries, Brock Rudge. Thank you, mate. Mad feedback. Love it. True. Yeah, Keith, he done himself a mischief. Well, Keith won't be coming back from the hospital, will he, Chopper? He died this morning. Yeah, they are, bro. I don't really pay it any attention, but yeah, that was just getting very repetitive. Oh, shit. Did someone say Reggie Trey in the lemon spread? Oh, fuck, that's gold. Look who's fucking leaving. Told you I'd be fucking leaving. You practically picked me up and carried me out. Do many prisoners actually get married in jail as the media make out? So it does happen. I've seen it happen a few times. It's going to be the most boring wedding party you've ever had because the prisoner can order. They can have one best man, like one other crook there as well, and then the wife, she can have one other, like a bridesmaid there, you know? That's it. 2 people. I was watching Jimmy watch it. Unfortunately, I'm unable to help you with your inquiries today. You see, it's just one of those things. Ambrose Atkinson was at the door. Oh, bro. Oh, it's got to be one of the best movies it's got to be the best Australian movie ever made, I reckon. Quick question. How did the term screw come about? All right. So I said this last week. Now, people can disagree with me on this, but I'm telling you, this is the truth. So back in the day, if you know, you know, handcuffs used to be like D shackles, right? So they used to go over your wrist like this, and they used to swing the other one over, and they would screw that screw in, and then they would lock it in. Hence, the screws did that obviously before they were called screws, and because they screwed your handcuffs in, they were called screws. True story. Do you know how I know that? I got a black belt in origami. And in the trial from hell, that ended long time ago. What? Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that one because I don't know. No worries, Brock. Top 3 Aussie movies: The Man from Snowy River, Getting Square, and Chopper. Yeah, no, you bang on the money there, J. Ephraim. The Man from Snowy River, though, I would have to agree to disagree. Just saying. And I would probably add in Two Hands. Don't think I have Paul Young. You will be lucky to find any more than a 29-second bit of footage on that trial, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. RARX 187. Yeah, look, Romper Stomp is a good movie too. Just because it's what it's about, it doesn't mean you can't say it's a good movie. It's still a good movie. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not even going to say it. You got great flow, one of the 7 wonders of the world. What about the cat bit? Be still, cat. I wouldn't know, mate. I haven't been back to prison since 2021. That'd be mad. The ball and chains, actually. And The worst job I did was probably being someone's carer because I didn't realize I would have to be taking dirty nappies to the bin and stuff. Rise of the Foot Soldier, great movie. Yeah, it's pretty good. Aussie Park Boys. Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time. That was like a pretty low budget movie. Yeah, jail sucks, man. Don't get me wrong. I had some good times there, good laughs, rah rah rah. But yeah, it sucks, man. Being away from your family, your loved ones, this is shit. How many dudes take their life in prison? It happens a fair bit, bro. Happens a fair bit. Boss, yep, bag of slimy shit or a bag of sheep shit, bag of sloppy shit. Big on sucking schlongs. All them kind of abbreviated terminology. Nunzio. I know how fucked is the cat bit. You know what's a funny bit as well? You know when the fucking cop walks up and smashes him in the face and he's like, I fucking hate smart cunts. And then he does it later on in the movie. He's like, I fucking hate smart cunts. Yeah. Ryan bloody Schickerling says, big shout out Mill Park. Fuck, man, I've been in them cells so many times. Legit. Almost every single time I've been locked up, I run through the fucking Mill Park or the fucking Heidelberg cells. Fuck, guaranteed. The worst ones too. That and Sale suck as well. So to be chucking you all over the place, but why is whisking very? But I was told not to in jail. I don't even know what you mean. Maybe you mean something else. I don't know. I don't have any opinion. Thanks, mate. Legend. Douche. Yeah. Demon. How you going, mate? I know that's not what it is. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. So yeah, when our interview drops next Monday, we've stepped the production up another level again. Boy, how good's bun me, mate? I love that. What's the difference between the scarb units? I mean, a fence right up the middle. That's about it. But they're two separate units. They never used to be. There never used to be a fence there, but back in the day. But yeah, I mean, they're both as hectic as each other. They're both like probably the most worst two units in the Victorian prison system, without a doubt. The Ascot Vale Deli is selling a new coffee. It's called the Desmoran. It's 3 shots and costs a tuppence. It will blow your head off. Oh, shit. Fuck yeah, bro. Getting there. Thank you, mate. Been grinding away at it anyway. Yeah, they are opposing units. So they're like exactly mirrors of each other. So, like, yeah. Oh, look. We'll just say, Victor, that I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. That's crazy, Mercurial. St. Mary's. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. X. I wouldn't think so. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off in a few minutes. I'm haven't even had my dinner yet, so yeah. Nah, never met her. Nah, never did. Oh yeah. I knew you meant something else. So yeah, whistling will get you in trouble in prison, like 100%. And the thing is, it's because someone's going to come up to you and say, "Who are you whistling at? Who are you calling a dog? The only things you whistle at are dogs, mate." And I promise you, like I've seen so many people get decked for whistling and have no idea, absolutely no idea that you're not supposed to whistle. But yeah, yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's banned, but like yeah, if you whistle, you're gonna know about it. Thank you, FTW. Yeah, I've seen so many people that have been stitched up either by their lawyers, by the cops, whatever. It is very common of course, every person in prison is going to say that they are innocent, but there are a lot of people in there that are generally innocent. It's just so easy for them to stitch people up. What's for dinner? So we are having tonight Turkish bread, um, Cracker Barrel cheese, barbecue chicken, and gravy on Turkish bread. Phew. Yeah, I know, man. I know. But like, it's really hard because, like, I know. I guess it's hard for you guys to notice, but there was a while there where I put on a fair bit of weight, and it got to a point where I was, touch and go whether I was diabetic again, and like I just didn't want to go through that bullshit. So I've been on the ketosis diet, which is I've tried so many diets and it's the only one that works for me. And I guess you used to only eating once a day when you're in prison anyway. So yeah, I've been told that as well. I'll tell you another thing that I was told as well. So the Maldives, the or Maoris, however you guys say it, but the Maldives that I was in prison with, so they will not cut your hair. So most of them are fucking banging hairdressers, barbers, whatever you want to call them. And so a lot of them, because at Port Phillip you have your own clippers. There's no hairdressing salon there like there is at every other government prison. But they will not cut your hair after dark. They say it's something to do. I don't know. I don't get it. But all the Maldives would say that. Night rocks, night mate. I haven't tried the carnivore nut. Yeah, no, I get that, but I actually got out so big. I got out 147 kilos. I'm 5'10". I was basically a walking cinder block. It was bad, but a round one, a round cinder block. But yeah, don't worry. I think I pigged out. Yeah, a bit too hard. No comment on Julian Knight. I mean, yeah, look, you, you know, every single person that's been to prison at Port Phillip has walked past Julian Knight. And if anyone who says that they've given him a belting, they're talking shit. The guy never gets belted. And that's just how it is. Thank you, Paul Young. Yeah, so I did go to Thomas Embling for a couple of days. If you know what that is, that's the friggin' home for the criminally insane. And so, yeah, they thought that, yeah, they should send me there. And as soon as I got there, I was like literally talking to somebody that was legitimately telling me that he was just reincarnated as Jesus the day before. I was like, bro, I am in the wrong spot. Like I said, like, I don't think my head's right. And then boof, next thing you know, I'm in that joint, like eating my dinner with a spork. Thank you, mate. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Not that I can ever remember, Sublime. No. Yeah. Thank you, Brad. All right, guys. Jumping off in 2 minutes. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for everyone that joins my live. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for everyone that tunes into every one of my videos. I really, really do appreciate it. And, you know, a lot of you guys are commenting on how much, you know, production value is stepping up in my videos lately. And yeah, just know that we've got things in the work that's going to make them step up even more. And, you know, you guys you guys make this possible, and so I'm just trying to make this best I can for you guys, you know. And yeah, I love that you guys are there for all my premieres, you're there for all my lives, and I just love it. You guys are I've got the best community on YouTube. I say it all the time because I fucking mean it. Wait, I need to answer that question. If you knew who was snitching you up and knew you were about to get locked, would you stay staunch, or would you just do the time and call them out in front of everyone and let them go in? Yeah, look, at the end of the day, like my morals and values are going to be that forever, you know. So like I would never go down that path. So I would just I would sort it out myself with the two mics, you know. Thank you, none your business. Thank you, Mercurial. Oi, Raj, seeing the POWs versus the Lebos was a wild one, mate. People were getting taken out. Someone got stabbed, like, I think it was like 47 times. And like, yeah, brutal in Scarborough South. And that was actually over a mistaken identity. They thought he was somebody else. He just had the same name as a POW. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Never plead guilty. Don't make statements. I mean, I guess, because like people say that to me, like, why do you still say that to people? Because that is the exact advice your lawyer's going to be giving you anyway. I'm not telling people to do anything, but the truth is, you always tell people to say no comment because anything you say, like they say, will get used against you. You can guarantee that. No worries. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Much respect, guys. Thank you so much. All right, I am going to jump off now. Thank you, guys. I can see all the love there in the chat. Thank you so much. This will be getting posted as a video after this. So, yeah, if you came late or whatever, or if you only just got here or whatnot, but yeah, absolutely, this will get posted. But thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Much love, much respect. You guys are absolutely awesome. And yeah, guys, if like AB just said, if you guys I can't do it on this restream. I can't pin your comments, Abe. But yeah, if you guys could leave a comment, jump over if you haven't watched tonight's video, that'd be absolutely appreciated. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys in tomorrow night's premiere at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, much love. We're out. Thank you, guys. Thank you so